So this is your boy Mythic, back at it again, going live, and I just picked up a flight stick. So I picked up a brand new 3D Extreme Pro, or did I say that right? It's Extreme 3D Pro Logitech joystick. So there's been a lot of buzz around this game, so I just wanted to check it out. So never played any simulators before. I think the last simulator I ever really played was like Gran Turismo. So, alright. Let's see. General aviation, because I don't know anything about it. Basic controls and cameras. Alright. Let's do it. I'll start this plane. Alright. So what I will say is this Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, it feels decent. I don't have any experience with any super expensive joysticks or anything like that, but it feels pretty smooth. So, alright, ready to fly.
Welcome to flight training. I'm your instructor, Captain Molina, but you can just call me Jess.
Turn this up a little bit.
We'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good?
Yeah.
First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Don't worry, I've got the stick while you get your bearings.
So, a quick
Out
reference
your side
guide.
windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Wow. So, joystick button 2. Hold
Out your
joystick
side windows,
POV.
you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Huh. Hold joystick left POV. So that's a change of view.
Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today. This is Red Rock
There you go.
territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
Use left and right, up, down. Okay. So control aircraft views. Use left, right, up, down to translate camera inside cockpit. So. See, I gotta figure out how this works. Left, right, up, down. I don't have this program, so. Control aircraft use left, right, up, down to translate the camera inside the cockpit. So, left, that's how you look, right, up, changes your seat position, down, press joystick 2 to reset. Let's see. See, I'm a little confused on what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Because it says left, right, up, down. If you press left, press right, up, tips. The instructor is currently flying the aircraft. Okay. You can control everything in there. So what's the point of interest? So if you pull a trigger and it shows you the point of interest. Joystick button to recess camera. Huh. Okay, there we go. So this is 1, 2. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. I'm messing up somewhere. Assistance. Controls. I'm gonna restart this because maybe I missed something. I don't know. We'll see. Game looks gorgeous. Hey, what up, Morgan? What up, Frank? What up, Frank? Dodo. Sneaky trees. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this flight simulator, and it's one of those things is the game looks amazing, but I'm trying to figure out how to fly. So this is my first lessons on how to actually fly. So
this session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good?
I'm looking like a straight noob. I'll get it down.
Let's get familiar with your surroundings. Don't worry. I've got the stick while you get your bearings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
So hold joystick, POV left or right, quick view.
This is Red Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it looks gorgeous. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. So you can adjust your seat position because it didn't really specify it on the keyboard. Up, down, left, right. Okay. You hold this to free look. Okay. So to save a custom camera by pressing Control Alt 1. Alright. I'll take that. So Control Alt. get back to pilot view, press joystick 2. Press Alt +1 anytime to call your custom camera. Alt 1.
See if you can spot the Sedona airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark
Looking
to find.
right at it. Sedona.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
Alright.
Now that we're oriented, it's your turn. Time to fly this bird.
Uh-oh. They're gonna let me fly?
First control on our training list is the yoke. I still remember my first instructor saying the yoke is like a steering wheel.
Oh, this feels amazing.
Almost. Sure, you can turn, but you can also pitch. For starters, it controls the ailerons. And the ailerons, they allow the plane to roll and bank into turns. Go ahead and try rolling to the right. Nice. Now let's see you level back out.
Oh, this is amazing. This game feels amazing. Oh,
Good.
this is nice.
Of course, the yoke also controls the elevator. And the elevator affects the plane's pitch, right? Pull back on the stick, the plane starts to climb. Give it a shot. The most valuable things in aviation are speed and altitude. But notice, when you're pitching up, your speed is decreasing. You could add more power. Or for now, let's just pitch down.
Let me push forward on the yoke.
Just like that. Your speed's picking up again as the nose pitches down.
There's
As you
cars.
level back out,
Wow.
let's talk about another control. The rudders at your feet. Rudder pedals control the aircraft's side-to-side movement, also
The
known
wind.
as yaw.
Okay.
On the ground, those pedals are going to steer the plane left or right. Up here, they properly align us during turns.
This game is amazing, fellas.
Try 'em out and watch the plane's nose.
Hey,
skew
what up,
side to
Cag?
side.
What up, Cagnar? Alright.
Simple enough, right?
Woo!
Before we go on,
Almost
let's
lost control
bring
of
the
that.
plane back to straight up flight. Make
Let's
sure your
bring it up.
dashboard is aligned 3 to 4 inches below the horizon for a cruise attitude. Okay, the last thing we're gonna cover now is the throttle.
Throttle. Okay.
If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. Let's see what happens when you cut all the power.
So cut all the power.
Surprise, surprise, our altitude is decreasing.
Alright.
This might be a good time for a piloting PSA. Always keep an eye on your surroundings, because nobody likes a low-flying duck. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle back up. There you go. Speed is increasing, and as long as we maintain the same attitude, our altitude will keep climbing too.
Nice.
You're really getting the hang of your controls. Before long, you won't even need a co-pilot.
I got you, Frank.
Until then, if you want help
Hey,
with the
Kay.
radio or
Thanks for checking out the
checklists or
stream.
simply flying the plane,
So you
I'll
said
be
twisting
here.
left and right? Let's see.
You can pass me the controls
Ooh,
when you're
about to
ready
roll.
finish your session, or keep flying.
Twisted right.
It is a great day
Ooh.
after all.
Oh, this game is so much fun.
You left the training airspace, you need to go back.
Alright.
You left the training airspace, you need to go back.
Alright, it says to delegate aircraft controls, Control Alt X. Control Alt X.
Alright, I have control. Good job.
So you said your rudder will be twisting the stick left and right. That's your rudder. Use rudder opposite turn so your nose don't drop. Okay. Alright, that's my first time ever flying. Let's start. Altitude and instruments. Let's do it. Let's do it. So what do you guys that's watching the stream think about the graphics and how the game plays? How does it look to you guys? All right, ready to fly.
Today we're talking about
Yeah, it looks
attitudes
pretty
of flight,
amazing.
how your plane is oriented relative to the horizon. If you look outside, you can see the cockpit is just about 4 inches below the horizon line. We're flying straight with a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Let's see how it reads on your instruments.
So yeah, read the instrument. So Control 1.
Take a look at the attitude indicator. As the name implies, it shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below.
So supposedly there is missions in this game, but there's challenges that they constantly upload. So landing challenges and etc.
Just like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level.
Yes, there's challenges where you can fly from one side of the world to the next through different type of flight conditions.
Check your tachometer.
It says
looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute.
I'm missing the flight lesson.
Attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance.
Where is that? Oh, airspeed. There you go.
Which leads us to your airspeed.
Oh. Let's try that again. Fellas, I wasn't looking. I was looking at you guys. I just crashed. Let's try this again.
Today we're talking about attitudes of flight, how your plane is oriented relative to the horizon. If you look outside, you can see the cockpit is just about 4 inches below the horizon line. We're flying straight with a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Let's see how it reads on your instruments.
Alright. So, Control 1.
Take a look at the attitude indicator. As the name implies, it shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below.
Okay, that makes sense.
That orange element in the middle, aligned with the horizon,
is the plane.
That's your plane.
All
Just
right.
like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level. Okay, now let's see how much power the engine's generating. Check your tachometer. Looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute. Combined, attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance.
All right.
Which leads us to your airspeed indicator. Now,
I damaged my landing gear? Huh. I gotta figure out what's causing that.
Today we're talking about attitudes of flight, how your plane is oriented relative to the horizon. If you look outside, you can see the cockpit is just about 4 inches below the horizon line. We're flying straight with a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Let's see how it reads on your instruments. Take a look at the attitude indicator. As the name implies, it shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below.
Alright.
That orange element in the middle, aligned with the horizon, that's your plane. Just like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level. Okay, now let's see how much power the engine's generating. Check your tachometer. Looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute. Combined, attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance.
How do you turn off the control? Because I'm gonna crash.
Which leads us to your airspeed indicator.
I'm gonna crash.
Now, last but not least, check your altimeter.
Yep, I'm crashing. So, I don't know how to get past that part, so I'm just gonna try to fly my first one. I have no clue how to land or anything. So, let's see, flight training. Let's see, takeoff and level flight. Yeah. So I'll be taking a lot of flight lessons until I can figure out exactly what to do. So the reason why I'm crashing so much is when she's talking, I don't know how to turn the assist off where I take control of the plane. I still don't know because it's on autopilot. I don't know how to turn autopilot on. We'll turn it off. It's autopilot's on. So. But the game feels amazing.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear.
Alright. To focus on runway. Hold joystick 1.
Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. The rudder pedals should make steering the plane pretty easy.
Alright. Runway. Align aircraft to center of the runway. Alright, fellas.
Not quite ready to go there yet.
Oh, so they
Let's
want to
get
make a
back in
right.
position and try this again. All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
Let's see. There we go. Increase throttle to maximum power. So, Kag, do you have this game? We could run some flights together.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
There we go.
Good. Now
Oh, this game
pull
feels
back on the
good.
yoke. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us off.
Oh,
and
this
set a
feels
good
amazing.
climb attitude.
Let's go.
And we're airborne. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Oh yeah, I'm actually playing on a joystick. I bought my first joystick. So altitude, they want me to go to 5,000. I'll pull up a little bit more. Oh, you have the same joystick? Nice.
Ah, 5,500 feet.
There we go.
A nice, safe altitude for part 2 of our lesson.
Yes, I have the
Straight to
Logitech
level
Extreme
flight.
3D Pro.
First step here is adjusting our attitude. We're in a
There
cruise
we go.
attitude, pushing max power. To stay level at our target altitude, let's start by easing the throttle back to 1,800 RPMs.
To 1,800 RPM. So should we go right there? $1,800 RPM. So right about almost there.
Probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could just keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle. If you feel our pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, don't
So
worry.
add trim
Just
7.
pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim.
So 7 and 8. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this. Oh yeah, this is fun. All right. So I definitely need to adjust my flaps. All right, add trim joystick 7 or button 7. Try to keep her level. Yeah. So 7 or 8. Okay. There we go. No. It's too much. There we go. So you have to adjust your flaps That way you can fly straight. Otherwise the plane will keep dipping. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back up to 5,000 feet. I don't think I can with my flaps like that. Let's see if I can climb now. Whoa, too much. I'm having a problem climbing. So this is difficult. So maintain RPM around 1800. All right. Straighten it out. All right. This is a lot more difficult because it takes a lot more skill to keep it level. I'm trying to adjust it now on the fly. It says add trim, press 7. Or 8 to keep the plane at. Okay, so that's what I'm messing with. Okay, now I got it. Okay, it makes sense. So now I know what I'm doing. Okay. Makes sense now. Alright. So climb up to 5,000 feet. I'm at 5,000 now. So now I'll start making an adjustment. Bring it down to 1,800. Okay. I'll drop it down to 18.
The way I was taught, when you adjust the
There we
trim,
go.
you make rough changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke, then small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. That's the key to straight and level flight. It saves you from constantly pushing or pulling on the yoke. And that gives you more time to enjoy the ride. If you want more practice using the trim, go for it. Whenever you're ready to pass the controls, I'll be here.
Alright, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Woo! Oh yeah.
Okay, I have control. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Alright. Now learning how to land. Let's try that. So who thinks I'm gonna crash on the first time? Like as soon as we start flying to land. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's see.
My first instructor used to say the best part of flying is landing in one piece. The man was a terminal pessimist, but he wasn't wrong. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. We've got clearance for a straight-in approach, so we don't have to complete the standard traffic pattern. And I've already set us up in landing configuration, at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power. We're on the glide slope now. Maintain speed around 65 knots. Change your pitch if you need to, and keep your aim point on the runway number. When you're targeting the runway number, you want to keep it steady in your sights. If it looks like the number's moving up in your windscreen, you're coming in low. You'll need to add a bit more throttle to get back on the slope. If it looks like the number's moving down in your windscreen, well, then you're too high. You'll need to add flaps to increase your rate of descent, but you'll also need to push forward and trim to change your attitude and maintain the same speed. Leave your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. Once we pass the threshold, shift your aim point to the end of the runway. Then, pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Okay, we're past the threshold. Start the flare. Keep pulling back slowly. Let the plane settle onto the runway. Don't push it down, but don't let it start climbing. Nice. Now
let's
apply
go.
the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Great job. As they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. But if you can use the plane the next day, it's outstanding. Landings can be hard, even for seasoned pilots. Trust me, don't hesitate to practice. After all, that's what we're here for, right?
All right. All right. So let's see. I want to fly somewhere. Where do I want to fly? Oh, this is live. Okay. Go from my airport. Let's see what I can do. Phoenix Sky Harbor International. Let's do it. Oh, it looks so gorgeous. Oh, that looks so real. So I'm gonna try to land on this. See if I can land it. All right. I'm lining it up. All right. Oh, let it drop down.
Southwest 435, 2 cleared to land runway 25 left. Follow the generic on final. Wind 25, 9 or an 8.
Oh, that's rough.
Beechcraft Golf, Sierra Kilo, contact ground on 13.255.
Get her down, get her down, get her down.
Clear to land runway 25
Oh,
left southwest.
that was close.
4352.
Almost wrecked that one. That was rough.
Beechcraft Golf, Sierra Kilo, please acknowledge.
Nice. Should have level.
Beechcraft Golf, Sierra Kilo, please acknowledge. Southwest 4352, go around. Going around southwest 4352. Southwest 4352, contact Phoenix approach on 126.8.
Alright. I'm gonna try to lift her right back up.
126.8 southwest 4352.
Alright, let's do it.
Golf Sierra Kilo. Did you hear my last transmission?
Let's go.
Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo ATC. Services terminated.
Optimal setting. Is that a storm coming in? Okay. This is gorgeous. I'm middle of Phoenix. Let's go.
American Flight 84 clear to land runway 26. Follow the aircraft on final. 125, 9 or 8.
Clear to land runway 26 American Flight 84.
American Flight 84 exit runway when able.
So you can pick any plane that you want to fly.
American Flight 84 turn.
I caused too much damage, critical speed. Alright, fellas. So that's going to be it for the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm going to be definitely going to take a lot of flight lessons. Because I am horrible.